Hello everyone, I am super excited to be bringing you today's video. It is a realization that has literally just come to me. So I was going to try and do this video as a live, but I'm not quite set up to do that yet. So I just had to come on and film it. So today's video is all about making your life a holiday, how to make every day feel like a holiday. And I'm so excited about this because I've just had this realization that my own life is getting pretty close to that kind of feeling. The way that I'm creating it and how I'm getting really conscious about all these different areas and aspects of my life. And it really is starting to feel like a holiday every day. And the reason that this has kind of been sparked in my own life is so I'm currently on holiday. I am back in my hometown visiting family and friends for a couple of weeks. And I kind of just started looking at our 2-week plan that we've got whilst we're here and what we had going on and what we were doing. So, okay, yes, we're not on holiday abroad or anything like that. We're not by the beach, but for us at the moment, this is still a holiday. And when I looked at like what we had set up for the 2 weeks we were here, I realized how similar it actually was to my day-to-day life when we're back at home. And it really got me thinking about actually how making every day, making your day-to-day life like a holiday is really, it's a mindset thing, that it starts with a mindset shift. And it's like the actions then follow as a result of it. So I'm going to sort of like walk you through some examples in my own life just to try and give you a better picture of what I'm talking about with this. So when we talk about a holiday, for a lot of us, and myself included, a holiday up until not so long ago meant taking a break. You have a holiday to take a break from your everyday to-day life, to have a rest, to have some downtime. You take a holiday to go and explore somewhere, to go and have new experiences, to do something exciting, something a bit different. And so those are kind of the fundamental reasons why we decide to have a holiday in the first place. And it kind of got me thinking, well, could we not take all of those feelings and I guess the vibrations almost of being on holiday and replicate them in our everyday today? So the only reason that we actually need a holiday, that we need a break, is because we're trying to get away, we're trying to have a rest, we're trying to have time off from our daily lives. But if our daily lives are that good, that exciting, that restful, and it's got all of those aspects of a holiday, then we don't really need to have a holiday per se. So it doesn't mean to say that we don't like go and schedule flying to some amazing location. But really, the only thing that changes when we then go on holiday, when our life is a holiday, is it's simply the location is changing. And we might be doing different things, but the underlying tone is that our day-to-day lives still have excitement, they still have variety, they still have enjoyment in things that we do. So let me just walk you through like my own personal life setup, shall we say, so that you can get a bit of an idea of what I'm sort of getting at. So when I started looking through my life and our schedule for this 2 weeks, I realized there really was not much that I was changing in it. So for example, I am still doing my workout that I do every morning, that I've started doing every morning. That is not something that I want to stop or take a break from when I go on holiday. And it's not, and the reason is because why I have chosen to do a workout in the morning is not out of a feeling of obligation. I am not doing that because I feel like it's something I should be doing. It's something that I really want to be doing. I have consciously chosen to do this. It makes me feel energized. It gets me started for the day. It gets my body moving. It just makes me feel better in general. So it's not something that when I go on holiday, I'm going to be stopping and taking a break from. The same with my diet, the food that I eat. When we tend to go on holiday, I mean, I used to do this a lot of the time, and this is actually the first time I've had a real mindset shift going on with food recently. And this is the first time that I've actually behaved quite differently in a sort of holiday setting around food. So normally I would go on holiday and see that as my kind of permission to myself to have a few more treats, to kind of eat a little bit more luxuriously, and yeah, have like, you know, maybe more sort of fast food and things like that. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those. Let's like get out of that mindset. Like, I truly believe that food is not the source of our health. Like, we add beliefs to what we think food is going to do to our bodies. If we eat something and we think that it is going to be unhealthy and it's going to make us gain weight and all of that, then that is what that food is going to do. Now, I know I have a big personal journey working out some of those limiting beliefs, but just for this example, let's just kind of keep it like generic, that when we go on holiday, we tend to have more of those types of food. Well, I know I used to anyway. Whereas this time, because I've been starting to choose food that I just really enjoy. So I'm really careful to like add these labels here. I'm having more like treat food when I want to, and not beating myself up about it. I'm not getting into this place where I'm feeling bad about I'm not getting guilty for it, because I know that if I get into that lower vibration, then that food is really going to have that impact on me. So I tend to just open the fridge now when I'm hungry, and I do this thing where I like ask myself really quickly, what do I want to eat? And I try and almost stop my brain from putting in any of those like those limiting beliefs, the doubt and the questioning. And if the first thing that just comes to me is like, oh, I want to eat a piece of celery with some cheese spread on, or I want an apple, or I want a yogurt, I don't know, whatever it is, that is what I go for. And I just, no more. I don't question anymore. That is the response that I got. And that is what my body is telling me it needs. And I'm trusting that my body knows exactly what it needs. It knows how I want it to look, how I want it to operate, and it knows exactly what food I need to intake, when and how, in order to achieve that for me. So I cut that off. And so this time I have really been carrying that through to my holiday. I'm infusing that every day to day feeling into a holiday feeling, and I'm not feeling this need to go out and have lots of treat food and like really blow all of that. I'm just like, actually, the way that I am eating and the way that I'm approaching food is just enjoyable and it's relaxing. And so I'm doing that all of the time. I'm not changing anything up anymore because I'm in holiday mode, so to speak. So that's with like food and with exercise. So another big thing is that as part of our 2-week schedule, I have still got time scheduled in to work on my business. I've still got time scheduled in to create content for my YouTube channel, to be working on things in the background. And that is because, again, I'm not feeling an obligation to have to do it. It's because I want to do it. Like, my business, creating this content, is what fills my cup up. Like, doing this is my creative outlet. It's something that I would not want to stop. Even if I went on holiday, I don't feel that I need a rest from it. Whereas again, a lot of people have careers or even businesses where they want to get away from them. They want to have a break. And so you're starting to create that everyday life and then that holiday feeling, or, you know, what you do when you go on holiday. And it's about this merging of the two. So again, things like the amount of time I'm spending with my girls, with my children and my husband, that is not really changing much over this holiday period. So we are seeing family and friends. But again, even that is very similar to what we would be doing in our everyday to day life. And if this was a holiday, so I know we're not abroad right now, but if we had chosen to go on holiday and to go abroad, I honestly feel like we would be doing this in a similar way. We would be going to have experiences, but we have experiences in our day-to-day life. This is something that I have been conscious about trying to add in. I find new things to go and do with my girls when we're in the holidays, when the girls are off school, or even after school. Me and my husband try out going and doing new things. This is all adding like a holiday feeling. You know what it's like when we go, you know, if you go abroad somewhere and you try a new experience, or even just going to a new country, it's a whole brand new experience in our reality. But it doesn't just have to be limited to that 1-2 weeks that you get throughout the year. So I really want you to start thinking about how you can start making your everyday to-day life feel like you're on holiday. And then the other thing I've noticed as well, that I don't know if some of you have done this before as well, but when we used to go on holiday, there used to be so much pressure placed on that holiday, because it was like the 2 weeks of the year that we got to have off, and it was like everything had to go perfectly, and you know, no one could be unwell, and everyone had to be like, you know, in that place to really enjoy it, and there was like a pressure to enjoy it. But when your life is kind of like a holiday anyway, you don't have that pressure to like force that enjoyment for just those 2 weeks, because you know that every week has an element of that to it. You don't have to be going abroad and flying to tropical places to feel like you're on holiday. Remember, with law of attraction and, you know, working on our consciousness, it's not about the physical experiences, it's about the internal experiences. You know, it's like when we talk about money, it's like we have to feel abundant for money to come to us. There are lots of different ways to feel abundant without actually having physical money. That's just one representation of abundance. And so this idea of feeling like we're on holiday is a similar thing. It's replicating that feeling of being on holiday. What does it feel like when you're in those 2 weeks? You know, do you feel rested? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel like excited because you've got lots of new different things planned in? You're going to explore different places. You're spending more time with family, friends. What is it that makes you feel that holiday feeling? And so one of the ways that you can start to really explore whether your life, or where in your life you need to maybe reassess and think how you can, you know, upgrade it slightly to feel more on holiday, is to ask yourself, what do you consider work? So in your life, and this isn't just a job work, it could be, what is hard work basically? What is work for you? Because this is a really good indicator that this is an area where there's kind of struggle, there's hustle, there's possibly burnout attached to it. So it could be your job, it could be your business, that you consider that as work. So for example, the business that I'm creating, I don't see it as work. And as soon as I start to feel like it's work, that's when I step back and start going, okay, what am I doing here that's making this feel like work? What are those limiting beliefs? What are those obligations that I'm starting to place on myself? Where am I reducing enjoyment? It could be even with your kids. You might consider, you know, having your kids all day as hard work, you know, so where there also can you maybe change your mindset around? What are you focusing on? The wrong things? Are you focusing on all the negative things rather than the positive things, and creating that kind of feeling of hard work? So it could be any area of your life where you feel like it's work basically, and that's a really good starting point to start looking at how can I upgrade this. Another big thing is rest. So we talked in the beginning about how holidays are associated with rest and relaxation. What are your daily, your weekly, your monthly rhythms like? Are you getting enough rest and relaxation that is just part of your day-to-day life, so that you don't feel like you have to take these long breaks, these, static breaks in order to have rest? When we booked in this 2 weeks to come back and visit our family, and I was starting to schedule out our time with seeing friends and doing all sorts of things, I specifically have scheduled in rest days, down days for us. Now, it doesn't mean that we have to stick to it. If we get to that day and actually we feel really energized and we want to go out and do something, then we can. But I know that those days in our diary, or even those afternoons or those mornings, whatever it may be, they are scheduled out for being slower, for not going out and about, for having rest, for just seeing where the day takes us. Are you scheduling those in to your everyday today life? Now, I know those things can feel difficult in the beginning, but like I always say, if you want to make a change in your life and you really want that, all it kind of really takes is just to stand behind that desire. Know that you want it, know that you're worthy of it, and make a decision. When you make that like soul-led decision, like, right, this is going to happen now, you just wait and see how quickly things in your reality start shifting, how paths start clearing, how things that were blockers just start to disappear, because you've made that aligned, energetic decision. So rest is another really big area to look at to start getting that holiday feeling into your everyday today. Saying yes. Start saying yes to more. If you want to have that, if you're the sort of person that wants to go on holiday because they want to explore, they want to experience new things, you don't have to wait to go on holiday to have those kinds of feelings, to ignite that kind of emotion within you. Start saying yes to more opportunities and experiences, and just go and do stuff. Even if you don't do it and it's crap and you just don't enjoy it, then you just learn from the experience. You go, okay, that really wasn't for me, so I'm not going to do that again. That's it. It doesn't really lose much of your time by just saying yes. But by saying yes, you are kind of saying yes to the universe. You are saying yes to, I'm opening myself to experiences and opportunities coming and presenting themselves to me. That is what you are kind of saying yes to when you're saying yes. And then as you start to do that more and you start to explore and you start to learn about your likes and your dislikes, it becomes easier to start saying yes to that and no to that. But you've got to start somewhere, it's like this contrast thing. We're always so afraid of, or trying to avoid putting ourselves in a situation where there's any negative feeling that comes from it. But actually, it's those contrasting experiences. It's when we feel that negative that it really informs us massively of what our desires are, of what our big yeses are. So start saying yes more often, and then you'll start to get more of those exciting experiences that sometimes tend to only come on holiday for certain people. And another big one, because I don't know if some of you are thinking this right now, money. Money, you do not have to have lots and lots of money to feel like you are on holiday every day. I do not have lots and lots of money right now. That is not my current situation. Because if you believe that you need to have lots and lots of money, that's an indication that you're looking too much at your physical. You're paying too much attention to the physical experience providing you with that feeling of being on holiday rather than your internal landscape. Yes, money can be fantastic and fun, and you can spend it and you can do creative things with it and you can add more luxury. But again, you can't wait for the money to start bringing those things in order to feel those things. You have to find things in your now that allow you to feel like you're in that holiday mode all the time. And a lot of the things that I've been talking about do not have any money attached to them. You know, it's not about going and buying expensive luxury things. So don't think that just because you don't have a lot of money that you can't feel like you're on holiday, that your life can't feel like it's a holiday. It can't feel easy and relaxing and enjoyable. And the thing that happens as well, like, this is the crazy thing, that, you know, if you want a more luxurious lifestyle, getting into that feeling, tapping into that place of feeling like you're on holiday, feeling like you're rested and relaxed and that you're enjoying things and you're having new experiences, is all part of the process to starting to feel more abundant. You're just naturally going to start attracting more money and wealth to you when you're feeling in those states, because you're then starting to activate the vibrations that money resides on and that money's going to come in via. And you're not focusing on lack. You can still have that lifestyle without lots of money. So do not allow money to be the blocker for feeling like your life is just on holiday all the time. Now, was there anything else that I wrote down? Say yes or no. Mm-hmm. Yeah, find activities that you enjoy, make them a priority in your life, like make them important and a prevalent part of your life. Enjoyment, happiness, like we know that these are the high vibrations, okay? If something makes you happy, if something lights you up and it excites you, that is your indicator to do it, okay? Do it. Don't let that logic part of your brain convince you out of it, okay? If you're feeling in that high vibration, stay in it. Just know that if you're feeling happiness, if you're feeling joy, excitement, abundance, keep doing it because it's just going to keep bringing you more of those kinds of experiences, okay? That is your like big yes sign. If always tap in to how you're feeling. If it's not feeling good, then it's either a mindset shift or it's, you know, maybe it's a new way of being that needs to be taken on, okay? Was there anything else that I wanted to cover? No, I think that's everything, and that's it. So I'm really interested to know, do you feel like your life is a holiday? Even 50% of the time, okay? It's not going to just shift overnight, but do you feel like you're starting to shift your life into that direction? Your life, all the different areas of your life, is all the things that you want. All of these areas are bringing you enjoyment and they don't feel like work. They just feel like fun, because that is the key. And I'm so proud of myself and pleased that that is the direction my life is going in. And it really was not, you know, on my radar until this week when we came back. So I just wanted to jump on and share that with you, because I want everyone's life to be like a holiday. I mean, wouldn't that just be amazing? So let me know in the comments if your life is going in that direction. And if it's not, what are you struggling with the most? What is it that is blocking you from it? And maybe I can create a video around it. Let's see. Also, another quick announcement. So for some of you might know, I have got another YouTube channel, which is Rebirth of the Mother. It's like the sort of second arm of my business. And that is all around motherhood being more than just being a parent, being a mom to children. It is so much more than that. It is about saying that you can have all of those things that you want and still be the mum that you want to be. You can still have your parenting values without sacrificing any of that. You can still have an amazing marriage, relationship. You can still have a career, a business, have time for yourself. You know, for your hobbies, you can still have the lifestyle that you want and still be the parent you want to be as well. So that is what Rebirth of the Mother is. And I have just started a new podcast as part of that. So it is Diaries of a Mompreneur. And it is basically just me sharing with you my journey towards creating a 7+ figure business whilst remaining a stay-at-home mum who's present and available and still has a major role in the upbringing and the nurture and the care and the life of my children, because for me that's a massive desire. So it's me just sharing my journey, my experiences of going from 0 to 7+ figures, and all the stuff in between. So if that interests you, then make sure you hop over to Rebirth of the Mother so you can subscribe and get notifications of when those podcasts are released. And there's other episodes, other videos as well. But if you're just interested in consciousness and law of attraction and raising your vibration and living a life that is conscious and one that you desire, then make sure you hit subscribe to Josephine Snowling. Tap the notification bell so that you know when new videos are released, and make sure you give this a thumbs up, because it just means that YouTube knows this is a great video and to share it with other people who need to hear how to make their life like a holiday. So I will leave it at that, and I will catch you in the next video. Have a fantastic day. Bye.